Reducing ratios. We're wrapping up ratios, so we're going to finish with it today. I've given you one ratio, 4 boys to 16 girls. Write this ratio down. Okay, but now you should have this ratio written down. Both of the numbers are even, so we know we can divide by 2. But if we're always dividing by 2, it's going to take us longer to do. So instead of dividing by 2, what else can we divide by? We can divide by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. Good. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 16 divided by 4. Remember, what you do on one side, you do on the other side. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Good. Your final answer is 1 boy to 4 girls. I'm going to give you another ratio. You're going to write that one down as well, and you're going to solve it the same way. Nine to 15. Think about what goes into 9 and what goes into 15. It's only a few things that go into 15. It's only a few things that go into 9. So we can divide them both by 3. Good job. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Your answer is 3 to 5. You got 3 to 5 right? Clap for yourself. Good job. Now I'm going to give you 2 ratios, and you have 1 minute to get them both done. Number 1. 21 birds to 7 houses. We got to figure out how many birds in each house, blank to blank. Number 2. 40 to 80. 40 to 80 is a little bit bigger, but it's the same rules to solve it. And you have a minute to get both of these done. It's a little bit over a minute, but it's okay. All right, time is up. So for number 1, 21 to 7. What numbers can you divide both 21 and 7 by? 7. So 21 divided by 7 is 3 birds. And 7 divided by 7 is 1 house. So the answer to this ratio problem is 3 birds in each house if the ratio of 21 to 7 is true. Number 2, 40 to 80. So again, both of those numbers are even. We can divide them both by 2, but we're going to be here all day. What else can we divide by? Think bigger. We can divide by 4. We can divide by 5. We can divide by 8. We can divide by 10. We can still go bigger. We can divide by 20. And there's one more we can also divide by. So to save time, because the leap year is time, you want to divide by the biggest number you can. So we're going to divide them both by 40.
Straight up, bro.
Divided by 40 is 1. 80 divided by 40 is 2. Now I'm going to show you something before we move on from here. I'm going to erase these 40s, and we're going to divide it by 10, and show you you get the same answer still. $40 divided by 10 is 4. 80 divided by 10 is 8. We have 4 to 8. But those numbers are still even. So again, we can divide by 4 to its lowest terms, and the answer is still 1 to 2. Don't always feel like you gotta divide by the same thing as your neighbor to get the same answer. You can start off with 2 if they both are even, but it's going to take most steps. Next problem. We have 8 hats and 12 sweaters. So if I have 64 hats in my closet, we have to figure out how many sweaters will I have. We have 8 hats in my closet. We have to figure out how many sweaters will I have if the ratio is 8 to 12. So we went over the same problem on Monday. And again, it's the same principle as the ratio problem before. What you do on one side, you do on the other. So we're going to multiply. How can we get from 8 to 64? So 8 times what going to give us 64? You can yell it out. Good, 8 times 8. So what should I write on this side beside the 12? Good, 8. 12 times 8. And what is 12 times 8? Good, 96. So if I have 64 hats in my closet, and this ratio has to be the same, I must have 96 sweaters. This should be written on your paper. If you don't have it, take about 10 seconds to write it down. So you're gonna try it again on your own. This time, Day Trail has 3 shirts, for every 5 pair of pants. In his closet, he has 60 pair of pants. That must mean he have how many shirts? So write it down. If he has 3 shirts every 5 pair of pants, and he has 60 pair of pants, let's figure out what this question mark means. Where we start? I didn't hear you. Good. 5 times 12 is 60. So we gotta do 3 times 12 to figure out how many shirts he has. If I'm doing times 12 on this side, I have to do times 12 on this side. So if he has 60 pants, then he must have 36 shirts. Good job. Before we finish, let's go back to integers. Now, overall, we have not been doing good with integers. Integers have been hard for a lot of us to learn, and I understand that integers isn't my favorite thing in the world either. But there's some rules we gotta go by. First rule, if the signs are the same, signs are the same. Let's talk about what the same is. The same is -8 minus 4. Those signs are the same. They're both negative. So if they're the same, we have to say it. Add, right. We have to add. The signs are the same. We have to add. Not only do we add, we keep the sign signs are the same, we add and keep the sign. So you can't have -8 and -4 and it be a positive number. The number has to be negative. -8, -4, we're going to add those. 8 plus 4 is 12. It's going to be negative. So it's -12. How many of you knew that? Don't lie. How many really knew that? All right, if you ever forget that, look up here on top. I have a poster on integers. Right there. So if you ever forget it, look right there. It's going to be there. All right, our second rule. This should be on your paper. This is going to be committed to memory before you leave here. Number 1. Rule 2. What's the second rule? You all tell me. The signs are different. This is where it becomes tricky. Signs are different. If the signs are different. What is different signs? Different signs is -5 plus 6. 8 minus 3. Yes, 8 minus 3 is different signs. That 8 is positive.
Good afternoon, teachers and Ron. This is Maya Harris from your student council.
Sorry, excuse that answer for 1 second.
Now, attention to all members of the choir. Ms. Downs will be having choir rehearsals this afternoon in her room, so be there on time. And everyone, Spirit Week, as we all know, is going to be next week. All right, Now, October 17th is going to be Sports Day. October 18th is Twin Day. And of course, the 19th is Maroon and Gold Day. And this is a message from Mr. And this is a message
They
from
are
Mr.
different?
Populis, the head teacher of the Talented and Theater Department. McDonald 35 and Populis Joint Productions will have its first musical production of the
Track.
school year
Write that
in this
down.
auditorium on November 11th, 12th, 18th, and 19th at 7:30 p.m., as well as the afternoon productions on November 13th and 20th at 3:30 p.m. So collaborations, a decade of drama will include world-renowned artists coming to stage in awesome wonder. And this is from Miss Ware. Links tutoring will be held this afternoon to all those who are in Links, and that's going to be in Miss Foster's classroom. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is something else from your student council, everyone, regarding everything, faculty and staff. Now, y'all have done so many things for us over these years that now it's time for the